Hello and welcome. This is a reading for Aquarius for March 2023. Welcome to the table, Aquarius. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'm an intuitive reader. The flowers are from my garden, although the rose is looking a little bit sad. It's been a hot day, and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I did use the gong to clear the table for the energy and also to put protection on the table for both myself and for you. During the gonging, I got a small vision of a lizard, the sort of lizard you might find in Australia in the hot part of the country. So those kind of lizards tend to shelter in the daytime. They don't move very much. They can go quite a long period without water. And they flick their tongue out, they sort of poke their tongue out and sort of taste the atmosphere and see if they can smell any prey or things that they can go after. But they don't really normally waste any energy on doing things that don't serve them any purpose. So that's what I saw, and I'm not quite sure if that has any relevance to the reading. Sometimes it does, but we'll see as we move along. Okay, now I use a 10 card spread, so 5 cards along the top row, 5 cards along the bottom. I talk about those cards as they come out. Oops, no, I'm not taking you, I'm not ready. And then I overlay them with the second deck of cards and I talk about those cards as well. So we should make some sense of the reading by the time we've got to the second layer. I do have a third deck, but I try to avoid using that if I can. But I can use that if I need to clarify any points. Okay, Aquarius, let's start your reading. First card out, 10 of Swords in the reverse position, 3 of Swords in the reverse position, Page of Pentacles in the upright position, 3 of Wands in the reverse position, and Strength in the upright position. On the bottom row, we have the 6 of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the 7 of Swords in the upright position. I'll show you the bottom of the deck and I'll have a look. Okay, 5 of Cups in the upright position. Okay, I'll talk about these cards. This is the 10 of Swords, so that we're starting out with the 10 of Swords. This is definitely an ending. It can be a painful ending. Something that you will have gone through will be quite painful, but it's in the reverse position. So I'm actually thinking that it's already over and you're just having a little bit of a think about it. You're remembering it. So I do think that's already over. You can see within the reverse position, there's the emotion, the water part is the emotion, and I think you're remembering the emotion of the pain and leaving it behind. You're just having a little bit of a think about it again. You are just remembering the pain of that separation, whatever you've walked away from, whatever difficult time you've been through. You are just having a little remember about the pain. I don't think it's something that's happened that's coming towards you. I think it's more something that's already happened to you. That's what I'm feeling anyway. It just feels like this is something you're just remembering. So here we go. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Pages are always about young and creative energy. So pages are sort of opportunities coming towards you and energies that are sort of, they're new but they haven't been tested yet. So a Page of Pentacles is something that's coming towards you on the earthly sort of a plane. So I'd imagine that you are getting some sort of an opportunity at this stage, or you're taking up something new, perhaps taking up a new hobby. And you could be, if you've had a period of pain, you may be sort of deciding to step out and take up a new hobby. Got the 3 of Wands in reverse. So the 3 of Wands, this is kind of in the reverse position. Normally it would be a card of expansion, but because it's in the reverse position, it feels to me like contraction. So perhaps whatever you were focused on before that gave you this ending and this pain, this is closing down your world a little bit. And that could just be, and I'm feeling longing. I don't know why I'm feeling longing. The boat there in the background just gave me a sense of longing. perhaps the things, and if this is in relationship to a couple of some sort, then this longing would be for the things that perhaps you are not going to do together. That's the word I got, was longing. Here we've got strength. So it does look like Aquarius, at the end of the month there's some strength coming to you. You do find some sort of balance. You can see this is an inner strength. This is something that it's fortitude. It's that courage that you bring forward from yourself. It's that inner strength, that inner resolution, that determination to keep going. It's a beautiful energy, and it's a wonderful card to have on the table. Got the Six of Cups in reverse. So you may be feeling a little bit nostalgic for the things that were good in the past. Perhaps again this is this reminiscing sort of an energy. But Six of Cups is about sharing, and particularly sharing perhaps with children, a time of innocence, happier times, perhaps more peaceful times. So I'm actually getting this feeling of nostalgia. You're just reminiscing a little bit. This is going hand in hand with this pain, so perhaps reminiscing about the times that were nice together with whatever's caused you this pain. So that's okay. We've got the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is very inquiring, very inquisitive, sharp-minded. This can be somebody at university, for example, who's learning and studying, whose mind just jumps straight away onto any new concept. You know, his mind is programmed to think quickly. So this is a quick thinking energy. It's in the reverse position, and I know what happens if you're undergoing a period of pain. It's like your mind doesn't work anymore. You sort of go into a fog, and it's the responsiveness, the person that you were, that was quick thinking, quick-witted, who enjoyed life and who functioned well on the intellectual level. Sometimes if you've undergone a period of pain and suffering, and whatever's caused this, that can leave you feeling a little bit dull in the mind. And you're not dull in the mind. It's just, I don't know, it seems to be a natural response of the body to slow you down a little bit, perhaps while it's adjusting to the pain. It's a little bit like women who have a baby. They always talk about being in a brain fog. And it happens when there's grief as well. You go into this period of brain fog. And this is almost what this feels like. It's not quite the same. It doesn't feel quite the same, but the energy coming off the card doesn't feel quite the same, but it's a similar thing. Perhaps you're not feeling quite as sharp or as intellectual or as bright as you normally do. But that's okay. That will come back. You're probably just adjusting. Okay? Here we've got the Knight of Pentacles. You will notice there's stickers on the cards. This is for anyone who's offended by nudity. I've taken the action to put stickers on the cards. So this is the energy of a very slow-moving energy. This person is the sort of person who is very connected to the earth. They're kind of the salt of the earth sort of people. Nothing phases them. They just plod along on a daily basis. They don't make any rash. They're probably not really a party animal. These are people that probably like their home and their creature comforts. They like a routine. They like the rhythm of life to flow along nicely. They like to celebrate things like birthdays and things, but they know when they're coming, so they can schedule that into their life. I'm not feeling at all that this relates to money. This is feeling very much more like an energy of the routine of your life, or somebody in your life who is a bit steady and reliable. And perhaps that person has left your life for a moment, or perhaps they've left your life permanently. That could be the case. As you can see, this person is very attuned to nature, very grounded, very earthy. You know, they're a little bit sometimes slow to get moving, and that can cause you frustration as well. But, you know, they're always reliable and dependable. Here we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. And you know, this cup you can see is very effervescent. In the upright position, this is a beautiful energy coming towards you. This is all froth and bubbles and happiness. It's in the reverse position, and this sense of longing here is also what I'm getting here. Again, this sense of longing, this wishing for a time of happiness, a time of being able to just be joyous. And it just feels to me that you don't have that energy at the moment. Whatever's caused you this pain is just keeping you back. But I have a feeling, the older I'm getting, the more I'm thinking this allows the body to process what's going on. Recovery takes time, and I think in our modern world we're so used to everything being instantaneous that when we don't give our body the time to recover. So I do feel at the moment you're having waves of emotion rushing over you. You know, this is what I'm feeling, that you're overcome with waves of emotion every so often. Got the Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords, I do beg your pardon. The Seven of Swords. Traditionally, this is about trickery, deception, thievery, all of those nasty sort of little things that really, they prickle our skin and they make us feel uncomfortable with life. Let me have a little look at this. I just feel with this card today that you're determined not to let this happen again. I see these two swords stuck into the ground. I am not going to let this happen to me again. So that's what I'm feeling from that card today. And that's great, because then in that case you have discovered that you've then learnt from your experience, and you know there is no pain that doesn't teach us a little bit about ourselves and the way we operate in the world and the people we meet. We are meant to experience pain. It's part of love, and it just can't be that we go through our life with no pain. I do notice that we've got the Five of Cups on the table. Five of Cups can be a card of deep grief, sorrow, regret. You can see that these cups have been spilt. She's in no mood to look at those cups on the other side. As you can see, these cups on the other side of the water. There's a tiny bridge at the back of the card, somewhere here, there. Tiny little bridge. And it feels to me almost like she's walking on a salty lake. And a salty lake is so desolate and so lonely. Nothing grows on a salty lake. And you know, we have pink salty lakes in Australia, and it's sort of, you know, the water is normally pink. The lake, the salt itself is usually not pink. But I'm getting the feeling from this card, it's this sort of, it's when all hope is gone and nothing grows, and that's sort of how you feel here. But there are two cups still on the other side. You just have to be able to get to the other side. Now, getting to the other side either requires walking over that bridge or actually walking through the water. Now, walking through the water is walking through your pain, feeling your pain. If you take the long way, then the long way is over the bridge. That's a little bit of a walking, so that's factoring in time. If you want to get there quickly, you have to go deep into the emotions. You have to allow these emotions to overwhelm you and just be saturated in your pain and your suffering until such time as you can't cry anymore and you can't feel the pain anymore. You just become numb for a little while, but then gradually you can start to take some little steps. It sounds a little bit horrible, but I didn't mean to make the reading horrible. That's just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling an overwhelming sense of pain. You know, you're trying, it looks to me here like you're actually trying to go forward, and that's really good, because if you've been through something quite painful and difficult, it's very difficult to start something new. So more credit to you if you've already managed to start something new and taken up perhaps a little hobby, or just started to venture out perhaps. You know, you're getting back out into the world. Let's have a look at these cards. So the Ten of Swords, let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Okay, we've got the Ten of Cups. Wow. Well, that's happy times. But again, you've got two tens there, so it's an ending. So definitely got an ending of something there, so that's good. Let's have a look at the Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Okay. Let's have a look at this Page of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Cups, lovely. Three of Wands. Ten of Wands. Again, another ending. So you've got three tens already on the table. So That's endings, which is lovely. That's good. Strength is clarified by the Three of Swords. Oh, again, you've got this Three of Swords here. So you've got that twice. So it's definitely telling me that you've had some really painful emotions. So that's, you know, something that's really cut you. Let's have a look at the Six of Cups. The Knave of Wands, or the Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Swords. You've got some pages on the table, so that is sort of coming out of that. Oh, here we go. Three of Wands. Okay, so you've got the Three of Wands here as well, and Three of Wands here. So this one's in the upright position. This one was in the reverse position, which I thought was longing. So we'll talk about these as we go along. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. So you've got a couple of aces on the table. That's good too. That's a bit of new energy. Even if it's in the reverse, it's still new energy. Okay, you've got Judgment in reverse. And the Seven of Swords. And you can see here, you know, the person here on this, portrayed on this card, is wearing the black and white. And you can see one foot is black and one foot's white. That's a sense of being out of balance. So definitely you're feeling a little bit, got the wobbles or a little bit out of balance, but you have got the Strength card, so that's beautiful. So that's a lovely energy. Okay, let's clarify this 7. Okay, King of Cups. All right, and I'll show you the bottom of the deck. I'll take a look. Okay, got Death. Okay, all right, well, Death is actually good. Death is, it's in reverse. So the Death is an ending of a cycle. I'll talk about Death first because this is probably a little bit, pardon me, it's a little bit confronting. And it's in reverse, but death occurs many times in our lives. Some things are just meant to run their course and come to the end of a cycle. Sometimes it's a job, sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's situations. It can be a home, it can be the friends you have, it can be all manner of things. But some things just run their course and come to an end. And this is, of course, when you come to an end of something, you walk between these two towers at the back here. Can you see the two towers? You walk between the two towers. You try and find your balance again. And you walk off. This is kind of like walking off into the sunset. But another day comes and you regenerate. You start again. Okay, so there is hope when there's death. Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes it's just something small. But it does look like it's been actually something quite big for you, Aquarius, because you've got some painful energy here on the card, and also you've got this resting card. So I do think you've been through some quite a big experience. But you know, you can see here he's reaping, but nobody reaps in the same place all the time. So you reap, and then you move on. So it's like a harvester doesn't stand in the one spot and try and keep reaping when he's already cut the grain. So, you know, you move on, the grass grows again, and a new journey begins. Okay, let's have a look at this 10 of Cups. So this is happy times. So happy times are coming back to you. You are going to find some way to have some good times, some fun. This is just, as you can see, those playful energy, finding time to have some fun. That's very important. So that's good. So I do think this 10 of Swords period is, you know, you need to put that to bed by actually trying to have some fun. Sometimes it's not so easy, but even if you try, if you venture out and have a go, that you're halfway there. Take a rest when you need a rest. Try not to think about the pain, because you can see they've put the swords down. Take a little bit of rest. Go out into nature if you need to and meditate. Take yourself away for a weekend if you need a weekend away. Just find some time to have that little bit of inner quiet. Okay. Here we've got the 9 of Cups. Again, I'm sorry, I've put stickers on, even on the cats. I just thought if I'm going to do nudity, I'm going to do nudity on the cats as well. Sorry, I've got to have a giggle because I think it's funny. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is sort of getting everything you want. So your wish is coming true. Now, getting your wishes coming true is not always that easy, because when sometimes we get our wishes, it doesn't always make us happy anyway. So, when your wish is coming, like I say, you're not quite sure what you're wishing for, perhaps. I'm not quite sure whether that was in the upright position or the reverse position. I'll talk about it in both ways, and then we'll see how we go. If it is in the upright position, it's about your wishes coming true. If it's in the reverse position, perhaps not all your wishes are coming true. Or perhaps then there's a reflection on what you did get, and you thought all your wishes had come true, then it didn't quite work out the way you thought it would anyway. I'll probably remember, I've got a feeling it was in the upright position. We've got the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. You can see this person's carrying a heavy burden. So again, this is coming to an end, putting your burdens down. How it relates to the Three of Wands, I'm not entirely sure. I have a feeling that perhaps the longing that you were hoping for and the missed opportunities, the things that were going to make you expand, don't let them become a burden on you, okay? Other opportunities come along, other times come along, new people always come along. You will be able to expand your horizons. There is a new town here in the background. Sometimes it's necessary to relocate if you've been through something painful. Sometimes, if that's convenient, you can relocate or just change homes. That gives you a whole new energy, and it changes your perspective of everything, because you're in a different environment. You have to learn where everything is, and you automatically meet new people. So again, there's Three of Swords. This is painful. You can see it looks really painful. So I do think luckily you're able to, because sometimes when you're in the middle of that, it feels like you're never going to be the same again. And you may not be exactly the same again, but you will regather your strength. Here we have got the Page of Wands. So this is a little bit of bravado, stepping out. Again, this person is sort of, you can see he's got the wand there, and he's having a bit of he's shouting out to the world, look at me, look at how good I am, and look how clever I am. But, when you start something new and you think you're pretty good at it, you kind of give yourself a little bit of a bit of praise. I mean, whenever I take up a new hobby and I succeed at the first one of something that I've created, I'm so proud of myself. Later on, I look back at it and I'm like, wow, that wasn't so good. But if you need to say, look at me, I've taken up a new project. Look what I've done. Here's my new hobby. Here's the first part of my creation. By all means, take some pride in that. Share it with your friends. Tell people about it. There's nothing really wrong with that. Here we've got the Three of Wands. Do you remember you had the Three of Wands here with the longing? Well, look, here it is. There you go. There you are, moving forward. This is this expansion card. You've already started something, and again here you've got this, this creation. You may not have thought you were going to get this far, and here you are, ready to expand. So that's lovely, and you can see the boats there on that choppy waters, okay? You were waiting for your boat to come in. You were waiting for circumstances to change, but they will change. Your opportunity will come, and you will have this expansion. So that's good. Okay, here we've got the Ace of Swords. Now it's on top of this Knight of Pentacles. So this is learning the truth. This is a breakthrough. This is a mental breakthrough, clarity, finding out the truth. Anything that was hidden from you, you will discover. So this is your intellect returning with sharpness. Remember I was talking about here this Page of Swords. It was in the reverse position, and that you were feeling maybe a little bit foggy. Well, no, not for long, because if you were feeling foggy or just overcome with emotions and not feeling your sharpest, lo and behold, here it is, back again. So that only lasts for a short moment or a short period of time, and you get your mental clarity right back again. Now you've got Judgment in reverse. So Judgment in reverse, you know, this is often a second chance. A judgment can be a second chance. It's a sort of a card of healing. You can see by the little red cross there. It can be a card of healing. It can be the end of a karmic cycle. And if you've had pain and suffering with something, it's often part of a karmic cycle. And it sometimes takes a while to let that sort of thing go. And I think here you've been remembering it. But if you can let that go, it is so much easier. But it's not easy to let things go. It's not easy to forgive and forget. But this card is asking you to let things go. Anything that hasn't served you will let it go. Perhaps it was part of your karmic cycle. Here we've got, which is rather interesting. As I said, I thought this was, you're not going to let this happen again. Here's the King of Cups. So I don't know if this is a new person coming into your life, but you might keep an eye out. This person is mature. He is well grounded in showing his affection and love. Nothing really rocks his boat too much. He's standing on a buoy there. There's a bell there. The bell should be sounding the alarm left, right and centre when he's rocking around on the sea, but he's holding his cup. This person weathers the storms of the ups and downs of life. They're very intuitive. They know how to love, they know how to share their love, and they know how to be generous with their love. So you've got this card here. So, and do you remember we were talking about the ships coming in? There's some ships in the background. So your ship coming in, I do think this person's your ship coming in. It could be a new love for you. So do keep your eyes out. Make sure you are out and about. Don't lock yourself away at home. Forgive yourself for any past mistakes or any way you've contributed to the situation. We all make mistakes. Every single person on this earth makes mistakes. And we all sometimes invest our energies into the wrong people. And if we invest them into the right people, then there's always pain afterwards when they leave our life. But it does look like you've got this beautiful energy coming in towards you. This will be a true and honest person. So this is something to really look out for. So Aquarius, I do hope this has helped you. It looks like you've gone through some tough times, but with this energy on the table, and if you are able to let go of some of your pain and suffering, then you'll be ready to meet this person and be open with them too. Now the lizard, as I said, he is very conservative with his energy. So the only thing I can think that has any correlation to this reading is here for you to be conservative with your energy while you're going through a difficult time. A lizard, when it goes through a difficult time, will shed its tail to conserve its energy, and it later regrows. So if you've been through that difficult time, and perhaps that lizard has been through a dry time, he's been through some difficult circumstances, he sheds his tail, but he does move on, and gradually he regrows his tail, he regains his strength, like here, and he keeps moving, okay? He keeps moving with his life. Thank you for watching. Bye now.